In 2005, the Kenyan government and the Sudanese government signed a memorandum of understanding on governing the standards of tea coming from Kenya. The Sudanese government also required exporters to first seek certificates of origin to determine the tea being sold was actually from Kenya. It also said that tea brought into Sudan from Kenya must be sold within 1.5 years, arguing that the move would help adhere to health standards. Kenya had requested the Sudanese government to reconsider reversing the shelf life to the previous 3 years to ensure that Kenyan exporters do not incur losses as they try to adhere to the new rule.
This has actually opened a window for the Kenyan business into Sudan. So it's not just going to be tea. Tea is going to be the leader, but any other issues concerning any other products that are commonly traded between the two countries are going to be subject of discussion at a fairly early stage as we go ahead.
The persistent has finally bore fruits for Kenyan tea traders as the Sudanese government has agreed to reactivate the existing memorandum of understanding on tea signed in 2005.
Going forward, there will be a certificate of conformity from KEBS. We will discuss what we need to do that will feed into that certificate with the SSMO, but it's fairly clear because we are standards bodies and we understand what needs to go in there.
The Kenya Bureau of Standards Managing Director Charles Ongwea says the two parties further agreed to expedite tea trade by undertaking conformity assessment for tea exports to Sudan, adding that any tea shipment going to Sudan will have to be assessed and be accompanied by KEBS certificate of conformity. Both parties also agreed to conduct a joint study to determine the length of time the quality of tea remains within acceptable limits under Sudanese environmental conditions.
Sudan will suspend the shelf life requirement, but after the first 6 months, there is going to be a review. This review will be informed by the results from the initial study. If they are happy with those results, then there will be an annual renewal.
Ambassador to Republic of Sudan to Kenya, Elias El Sadiq, noted that the Kenyan tea exports to Sudan have reduced because of various issues affecting the industry.
2015, Sudan bought nearly 20 million kilograms of tea valued at $36 million. Over the last 5 years, Sudan has consumed close to 129 million kilograms of tea valued at about 24 million shillings, which translates to about $240 million.
Caroline Jenga for NewsHour Business.